From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Real Housewives of Jersey stars Teresa and Joe are both sentenced to prison. What happens now? Wendy breaks it down with legal expert Vicky Ziegler. And she's been spotted with a new man just weeks after filing for divorce. Has Amber Rose moved on? Plus, a superstar is stopping by to join Wendy for a huge surprise announcement. Now, here's Wendy.
Oh, I love a Monday. Even better than Fridays. No, all hot topics. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. How you doing? I'm doing great. I was telling you I love Mondays because it's all hot topics. As a matter of fact, for me, Mondays are better than Fridays. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Thanks for the love. So, I'm very excited about today's show. You know, we have our legal expert here to break down Joe and Teresa's sentencing, Vicky Ziegler. Yes. Plus, I've got this announcement that I've been wanting to tell you about for a long time. It's very hard for me to keep a secret. But today, I'm gonna let you know. And I had a pretty nice weekend. It rained all Saturday in Jersey, but that's okay. I stayed in the house with the blinds closed, the TV on low tones, as I worked on my jokes for my two-night stand in Vegas at the end of the month. Yeah. Halloween and then November 1st. Halloween Eve and then November 1st at the Venetian. So for those of you who were there, hope you'll be laughing at my jokes. I want to apologize to the Manzo family over in Jersey, Caroline and her whole family from Housewives. I watched Manzo'd with Children last night, found it delightful. It was on Bravo. I know. Well, you know, I'm a woman and I'm allowed to change my mind. And if I've been mistaken in something, I'm woman enough to admit it. You know, back when they announced that Caroline and her family were gonna have their own reality show, that was back in like the spring, winter. I'm like, boring. Really? Nobody's watching that mess, do you know? But something happened to me over the summer, and I've told this to you a few times, that my taste has changed in TV. Like maybe back in, you know, spring and last winter, I really enjoyed the ratchetness still, you know, a lot. Now, you know, I enjoy a little ratchet, but I enjoy a lot of just easy watching, like Kim Zolciak with Tardy for the Wedding. I really enjoy that, you know, her show. And I was shocked that I really did enjoy the Manzo family last night. Just cute. There was no wig pulling. Just cute. And then yesterday, Saturday morning, I woke up early, 8 o'clock. You ever turn on Lifetime, 8 o'clock in the morning while everybody's sleeping? There was that movie that I love. I've seen it like 25 times, Murder in the Hamptons. Look, starring our friend Poppy Montgomery. And then this guy right here is her lover, and Poppy's married to a rich man, and she's out of her mind, like she's believing things that aren't really happening, like that he had a baby and stuff. Crazy. They had all the things that I love in my Lifetime movies. Wealth, intrigue, and murder. And then yesterday I watched the Real Housewives of New Jersey marathon, and the funny thing, it was like on all day. The funny thing is that now that Teresa and Joe are going to jail and, you know, different things have been uncovered, I find that I watch that show in a different way now, like watching the marathon. I couldn't turn away. Anyway, all right, let's talk about Amber Rose. They say she's on the rebound after only filing for divorce from Wiz Khalifa 2 weeks ago. I say, don't believe everything they say. She was already spotted getting cozy with a new man. His name is Nick, not Nick Cannon. Nick Simmons, the 25-year-old, 6'7" son of Kiss frontman Gene Simmons. Yeah. I don't believe that this is a relationship. I personally believe that, you know, as long as you're not falling in love, there's nothing wrong with hooking up. Did they hook up or not? I don't know. I don't think I believe that either. Here's how it went down. So apparently Nick Cannon celebrated his 34th birthday, you know, sometime recently. And Amber was at the party and Nick Simmons was at the party. But, you know, the streets have been talking about Nick and Amber denies it. But wouldn't that be some deflection for you, though? You know, look, baby, you leave with Nick Simmons and get people talking over here while we still got this thing going on over here. I don't know. All I figure is that, you know, it's never too late to move on physically. Emotionally is a whole nother thing, and I don't believe that she's in that kind of emotional space. I had a brief conversation with Amber last week on the phone, and she said she's done with rappers. And you know how I'm always trying to she says that she and Nick Cannon are just friends. This new Nick Simmons wasn't even part of the discussion because we didn't know anything about it when I talked to her last week. But you know, I'm always trying to push a girl off on a count. So, you know, I said, Amber, you need a count. Anyway, you know, a wealthy older man with an accent and lots of money. Anyway, so while at the birthday party, Nick Cannon took his shirt off and revealed that he's erased that big god-awful tattoo from his back. I can't really tell exactly what it is, and we couldn't get a clearer picture, but they say he's turned it into some sort of cross or something. Well, I don't know where you get swirly words into a cross. I don't know how you'd make that a cross. You know, I don't know why he just wouldn't like get rid of it altogether. It's like too big to turn into something, you know? And then I heard that she has a tattoo on her lower back that says Mrs. Cannon, and there's a butterfly next to it. I'm not shocked about the tattoo. I'm shocked that she has a tattoo. You know, there's some people you just don't picture having tattoos. You know, just being absolutely clean. Which, by the way, I admire that. So far, our son says he doesn't want a tattoo. He'll probably end up changing his mind. I think it's way more attractive these days to not succumb to the whole tattoo piercing thing and, you know, stand as an individual. I admire that in people. Anyway. Well, Mariah's going through it. I mean, it's one thing for him to remove the tattoo, but a whole nother thing. And you know, he probably intentionally was flaunting it. Like, she's at him. He's being very childish. Then again, he is 11 years younger than her, so things like that happen when you marry somebody so much younger. I mean, she's going through it emotionally. You know, the streets are talking, and then, of course, she just kicked off her world tour in Japan over the weekend. And I don't know whether you've heard about this. All right, there she is on stage. So clearly, you know, she hasn't gained a bunch of weight like was whispered. Now, we can't play the actual music because then we have to pay for it and it's not worth all that. But look. If you just give me the next like 55 minutes, then you can go to the Google or Schmoogler and listen for yourself. Mariah sang like crap. And when I say she sang like crap, Suzanne, you sing better than Mariah based on the footage. I don't understand, you know, like she is the voice. They tried to blame it on microphones. No, it wasn't microphones, you all. Did anybody in the audience hear the footage? Yeah. It was terrible, wasn't it? I mean, yeah, she was singing like a rank amateur, so I guess, you know, this... Well, she was, wasn't she? She was. My thing is, I think that she's going through a lot with the press. The divorce is about to get really ugly and messy, but don't let it mess up the one thing that you've always had going for you, because Ariana Grande is someplace laughing now, Mariah. Get it together. Lindsay Lohan debuted at the theaters this past weekend. Didn't go well. And I don't know why it didn't go well. People are saying she was messing up her lines again and had the nerve to be spotted partying the night before the opening night until 3 a.m. There she is leaving the club. And, you know, it's the whole disrespect. It's like, even if you don't respect yourself, respect your fellow thespians. Yeah. And respect theater goers. Theater going is not cheap at all. I mean, a cheap ticket would be like the $70 ticket. You want to sit front row, you're paying like $125 for a ticket. Then, not to mention, the licorice is like $7 for a few sticks. Oh, let me tell you something. If you're going to a theater, easily bring as much money as you would like when you go to Six Flags. Because those are two places that they're a lot of money. So, you know, she has no respect for anyone, and it's fine that she doesn't respect herself, but at least respect the ticket buyers and your fellow thespians. And Oprah went to support her on Saturday night. She was in the audience with Lupita. No word on whether Lupita and Oprah came together, but it was just coincidental that they were there. Well, I didn't think that Oprah was messing with Lindsay anymore, because that Lindsay show did nothing for Oprah's network. Like, it rated low, and a lot of people still, you know, aren't like, they haven't latched on to one particular thing on OWN that they want to watch. But that was very big of Oprah to, you know, still want to go over there and see how she's doing. It didn't help, though. As a matter of fact, after that performance, I wonder if Oprah put her over her knee. You know, like, what are you doing, girl? Like, what are you doing? That's all. Anyway, let's move on and talk about Symone, who, by the way, used to be Lindsay Lohan's roommate. But instead, she's throwing shade. Apparently last night, Raven sat down with Oprah on Oprah's network to talk about, you know, life and whatnot. You know, one of those, where are they nows? And so it was, where is like Symone now? And so Raven made a comment that a lot of people, and me, think was directed at Lindsay. Take a look.
My parents taught me to keep my private life private to the best of my ability. They showed me all the role models out there that I could turn into and what I want for myself in the future. And seeing all of the statistic child stars going off the edge, what I've learned, it's unnecessary to go to the most popular restaurant in the world when you have a scandal on your head and then get mad that someone's gonna take a picture of you. That's your fault, boo-boo. Stay in the house.
Oh, the shade of it all. So, she didn't say that she was talking about Lindsay, but the implication certainly is there. You know, they met when they were much younger, and they both shared an apartment together, but Raven revealed that Lindsay was barely ever there, because that was when Lindsay's career started to take off, so she was always out like on auditions and stuff. And that Lindsay had a great selection of shoes and clothing, and that Raven never, you know, wore any of the stuff. You know, like you know how like sometimes roommates do. And that was just a little funny womp womp for her. By the way, she also admitted to Oprah that she's happily in a relationship with a woman, which I didn't realize that Raven didn't formally come out. I thought that she formally came out like a year and a half ago, but apparently she didn't make a pronouncement about it. But I guess, you know, when Oprah asks a question, you answer it directly. It's the power of Oprah. Okay, ladies, it's a great day for us. And some men. Because now the celebrity nude hacking has spread to the men celebrities. Let's show who this celebrity is. Drum roll, please. Hit it. remember him? Do you remember Nick Hogan, Hulk Hogan's son? Yes, that's him. I know what you're saying, but remember, he did some time in jail, and they say that jail is hard on you. Now, he's only 24 years old. That's what Nick, not for nothing, that's what I said too, but I know you've been through it in your young life. Anyway, so Nick's package was in the clouds, and that happened over the weekend. Am I the only one who looked? I looked. Did you look? Clap if you looked. Oh. Are you interested in seeing these men's naked? Just not his. Yes, exactly, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And to me, thank you for bringing your honest A game. But you know, for me, my thing is that no, you know, I'm not attracted to or interested in, but you know what? What's good for you objectifying women is good for us objectifying you. And you know what? There are certain things that are human nature, like when I'm trying to get to work, but you all are slowing down traffic because there's a car accident and you want a rubberneck. You know, just drive. You know, and human nature is to want to know what's underneath people's clothes. Whether you admit it or not is fine, but you know. Anyway, so Nick is the first one, and there'll probably be many more male celebrities, you know, to hack. And the thing about men being naked is that you can criticize women all you want, men. You know, oh, she's got long breasts, or, you know, oh, she's got cellulite on her butt. But with a man, you just cut right to the chase. What do you have? Anyway, let's move on and talk about Bruce Jenner. Yup, it's exactly what you want to know about. Where is he going? Is he Bruce or Brucetta? Now, look. He was at the Elton John concert last night with some sort of new hair that he has done in a blowout fashion. Just take a look and gag, and then we'll talk. Here's how I live my life. I live my life wanting everyone to live in their own truth, because then we'd move on. Like, it wouldn't be a big deal if he's transitioning, if you know what I'm saying. We have such short attention spans in this new culture. 24 hours after he would make an announcement, say if he is transitioning to be a woman, we would be moving on to something else. Like it's not that big of a deal. If anything, you know, as I've gotten older, if anything, what makes me upset more is when people can't live in their own truths, and then we're all looking and wondering about that person. I do it, it's natural. You do it, it's natural. Like Bruce, girl. Bruce, first of all, your cheekbone and your jawline, beautiful. That system on your head, I don't know whether it's a wig. I don't know whether it's like a lace front. I don't know whether it's a weave. I don't know. And he's got a woman's nose. Or maybe that's just me. I'm always critical of men's nose. I like a man with a strong nose. You know what I mean? That's the difference between a man and a woman. They have bigger noses. And also, do I see lip injections? Bruce? Listen, I love me some Bruce Jenner, because goodness only knows, being married to that woman, he's had a hard, hard life. On a side note, I was watching Juliana Rancic sitting down with Kris Jenner last night on E! Did you watch that? Okay. First of all, Hot Topics, thank you for reminding me. Second of all, you know, Kris Jenner has the ability to fool us all into believing that she's a likable, lovable mom of 6. She needs an Oscar. I found myself, it was only, look, right? Like honestly, I found myself watching this special, Juliana arrived, you know, at the Kardashians' house. I found myself watching this and saying, oh, wow, what a lovely woman, you know? What a lovely woman. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! She's the devil, Wendy! What are you thinking? Like, I don't believe for one moment that she's ever made that pasta meal for her family. I don't believe one thing in that alleged Kardashian Kris cookbook. You know, I do believe that she is divisive and she's put the screws to everybody in her family. I believe that Khloe is her least favorite of the three girls and Kim is her most favorite. And now that little Kylie can't even get her attention because Kendall is the model. And I believe that she's driven Bruce to Brucetta. That's all. But boy, oh boy. I almost fell for that act though last night. Good job, Juliana. Okay, so everybody's been waiting for our friend Sierra to show off her body after giving birth. The baby's what, 6 months now? 4 months? And she gained 60 pounds. So it's our hot shot of the day. Hit it. Good. I don't see any stretch marks. Well, she might not be a stretch mark getter. You know, a lot of times, you know, women, we all get something, most of us. You know, like I don't have any stretch marks, not one. But I do have cellulite. You know what I mean? What did you get after you had your kids? Stretch marks or cellulite? Or do you have both? I'm talking to my friends through the TV. You know what I mean? But look, I don't see any stretch marks. I didn't even use the cream. Did you use the cream? Like I was so nervous about a miscarriage, I could give a crap about a stretch mark. I just wanted, you know, a healthy baby, but I never even used the cream or anything. So the way I figure it out is you either have one or the other, and my mom doesn't have stretch marks either. My sister doesn't have stretch marks. We're a cellulite family. Sierra, you look absolutely terrific.